Hey guys, it's DS737 here, and well, reading the title of this video, you guys probably already know what this video is, and it was gonna happen one day. I just didn't know when. Until now, the time has come. Yes, it's really happening. I'm sure that I want to do this, and it's for the best. I am going to talk in this video for a bit about why I decided to and why I think that it's for the best that I do so, and where you can find me from in a few years down the road, even if I don't use internet for that. And yes, I am sure that I want to do this, and it's for the best that I do so. So I just wanted to say a few final words before I officially end it all off. So let's sit down and have one final chat before I officially end it all off. Also, not only is this my last YouTube video ever, but it's also my last video ever on any of my social media accounts in general, because this pretty much wraps all of my social media accounts in general. Besides, there comes a time in life where you have to decide whether you want to continue something like this or not, and I have made my decision not to continue using any of my social media accounts anymore. Besides, it's most likely for the best that I put all of this to an end and just move on from it. Not only for myself, but it's also best for everyone, especially to those I have hurt in the past, and I'm not going to repeat the same bad choices I have made in the past, which I do want to talk about so you can see why, and so you know what I am talking about. Everything that I am saying in this video really must be said, so you all can hopefully understand. So basically, if you had seen my post about it from March 2023, it's obviously no secret that I was planning on doing this eventually, and I got some things I want to talk about. Once I am done explaining everything I want to say in this video, that will be the end of me ever posting on YouTube, or any of my other social media accounts like Fandom or TikTok ever again. And my 3 YouTube channels, More Daniel S737 and the Super Daniel S737 Mario Show, will officially be history after this. And to be honest, I'm not sad at all to see it all go. And please don't bother asking me in the comments to come back, because it's not going to happen no matter what. So with no more time to waste, let's get right into it. First of all, I honestly don't have the lot of interest of making these anymore. I slowly got bored of doing these as the time goes along and as I got older, and I just decided that I'm not really having the fun doing it anymore, and it's just, looking at a lot I went through, I honestly just wanted to put it to rest, as it was fun while it lasted, so I can just move on by putting it all to an end. Also, it's because of me focusing more on my mental health, because nothing is more important than mental health. Also, just so you guys know, I don't have any health problems, I'm fine, but if so, I just decided to make this decision since it's a risk I'm not willing to take now that I think about it. But I will get to more of that later on. And I also just decided that I don't really want to do this for the rest of my life, and besides, there's a huge world out there that is full of things that are way better than just social media, which is why I decided that I rather focus more on that than just any kind of social media in general. And it's just that when I was a part of the Vyond community, and if I'm reminded of any mention of it, it honestly just hits me of bad stuff I have done while I was a part of it and when I shortly left for good. Speaking of Vyond, I want to talk about why I decided to leave that community for good back in 2019. For those of you who hadn't seen my community posts before about it from 2023, the Vyond videos have in fact been cancelled and deleted due to how generic and toxic they were, and how I'm honestly not proud of any of them at all. But that's not all. Whenever I posted a new video since then, I kept on getting comments asking me for more no matter what kind of video I made. So that's why I decided that I would delete those videos. I also put the words grounded, arrested, etc. in blocked words to prevent anyone from ever asking me for these videos again, mostly because of how sick I got of people asking me for more, despite the fact that I made it very clear that I didn't want to have anything to do with it anymore. But that's not all either. I saw that people kept mentioning me in Vyond videos in any way, even though I wasn't a part of any of it anymore, and I don't want to be ever again. No offense to anyone who may still be a part of it in any way. The Vyond community has also caused me to do a lot of crap and bad things that I regret to this day, such as trying to force users to stop making this kind of video all because I didn't like it, and a whole bunch of others I can't think off the top of my head. You will have to go find old comments or screenshots or whatever on whatever kind of comments on whatever kind of videos that were posted by me to find out and the kind of users you might still or not watch, along with copying other users' character designs. I have honestly done a lot of terrible things which I don't want to talk about since it's just too much for me to not only explain, but it also brings back bad memories of things that I totally regret to this day. Or not, since I had deleted some of them not too long after I did, and overall I am very sorry for everything bad thing I have done and I totally regret doing it all in the first place. I am glad I have improved myself in recent years and I wanted to apologize for all the bad stuff I did in the past that I even regret to this day, because now that I think about it, those bad actions were not very good choices of me and I decided that I wasn't going to officially leave social media of any kind without making an apology for my past bad actions. I know that they are all in the past and that we should just let all of them all go, but still, and honestly I'm not proud of anything Vyond related in general due to how generic and toxic the community has become, which is why I'm not a part of it anymore, and I have also decided that I'm not really having fun doing it anymore. And I don't want to force myself into doing something that I may not enjoy or feel like doing anymore, because that wouldn't be good at all. I also do want to mention that I grew out of all of it, especially Vyond videos. Besides, we are not young people anymore. We have all grown up together and moved on to better things in our lives, like me, which is another reason why I decided to do this. Even if they didn't do well in popularity due to views dropping along with subscriber counts dropping, I didn't really care about that because I just had my fun while it lasted. I will also explain more about the subscriber counts later on in this video. Like I said, I just want to move on and focus on some other stuff other than social media. And I also have decided that I am not really having fun with any kind of social media anymore since it has gone crazy and toxic, especially because of Vyond and its generic community. Besides, like I said, we have all grown up together and how things can change due to that. And this is also why the past me who used to have anything to do with Vyond is just not me anymore. I will explain more about why I am not having fun with any kind of social media anymore. After a while of thinking and because of my past actions, I honestly just decided that this was the right thing to do in order for me to grow as a person. I have come to realize that YouTube and other social medias have been negatively affecting my mental health and who I am as a person for so long. I have made some bad choices that have hurted many people on the internet in any way, along with in my own personal life as well. I don't want to hurt anyone or do anything bad in any way in general. And I also don't want to risk letting my mental state get to such a point where it continues to hurt others as well as myself, despite what I had just said about me not having any health problems, and it's best not to risk it otherwise. As a result of this, I will no longer be using YouTube, or any of my other social media accounts in any way, like my TikTok and fandom accounts. I will not be making any more social media videos at all. This channel along with my other 3 channels and social media accounts I had mentioned will still be up for those who still want to watch, but I will no longer be using any of my accounts in any way, nor will I be associating myself with this channel or any of my another social media accounts in any way. I'm sorry if this disappointed everyone, but I have to do what's right for myself, and for what I have got planned for myself and other things on the future. To the people I've hurt in the past, I'm truly sorry. This was no one's fault but my own. Thank you for being nothing but awesome people, and I wish nothing but the best for all of you, and to everyone who have been supporting me since I first created all of this back in 2016. I want to thank you all for the support, and I'm once again sorry for all of the terrible things I have done on the internet and what I had done to other people on any kind of social medias. I will be stepping away from the internet and focusing more on becoming a better person, since I am honestly not a bad person and I never want to be no matter what happens, despite my past bad actions, and I honestly don't like Vyond anymore. Besides, what's in the past stays in the past, and my bad actions make me feel really guilty for what I did by looking back at them now, and in fact I am sorry to everyone for all of the crap I have done in general. And I want to do even more to just let go of my past self, forever. This is also why I am not really having fun with any kind of social media in general anymore. Besides, Change can be difficult, but it's how we grow. It can be the hardest thing to realize you can't hold on to something forever. Sometimes, you have to let it go, but, of the things you let go, you'd be surprised what makes its way back to you. And I have also come to really realize how much time I have wasted on the internet, especially on YouTube, when I could have done better things out there in the world with my life, which is what I am going to do. After all, that is more of the healthy mindset instead of wasting time on the internet and social media. I know many of you are upset at me for what I am doing and for making this decision, but realistically, this day was coming one way or another. As they say, guys, nothing lasts forever, and all good things must come to an end eventually. Also, before I made those posts about that back in March 2023, I honestly thought about it for a long time, and I often bounced back and forth wondering if this was the right choice. After a while, I then realized what's best for myself, and for the future of my channels, along with everyone else out there. I also really didn't want to make this decision back then, but later on, after thinking about it, it unfortunately had to happen. Also, for those of you who don't know, one of the other reasons why I decided to put an end to this is because, outside of YouTube content and Minecraft content, I have been focusing on animation more in my own personal life, because in the future I plan on becoming an animator, and hopefully I will be on an actual animated TV show or a movie someday, and even some of my own creative work in my very own animation studio someday, because animation has always been my passion, and I will always love animation. I have mentioned before that's one of the things I want to do someday, and I guess I already got some good practice doing so by making Minecraft animations up until now. I guess you guys may actually see me on a behind the scenes of an animated movie or show someday, as this is a photo of me in real life, so you guys might have a good idea of my appearance, of what I might look like when you guys might see me on a behind the scenes someday, like I said. And while I don't like Vyond anymore, even though it wasn't really the best decision in my life, I guess it was an okay start of one of the few ways of how I have been practicing on animation in my own time. This also means when I get the career eventually, I will actually become the first person who had done Vyond videos before to actually get a career in animation, like other people who have worked on cartoons such as The Fairly Odd Parents, Ed, and Eddie, etc. Yep. Not only am I focusing on my mental health but also on animations for practice as well, along with learning more of how to do it. Although keep in mind that Vyond didn't exist at the time when these shows came out, so you guys might have a good idea of what I am talking about, and if not, then I really don't have a better answer to that. So you guys can probably understand why I have been focusing more on that rather than my 3 channels, and I just had a lot more fun focusing on that rather than my 3 channels. And I do want to say thank you all for watching my stuff and for supporting me for these past few years. Although this video isn't done yet, I still got a few left to say, and then that will be officially it of me making YouTube content. And I'm sorry to say, but nothing's gonna change my mind. This is my final YouTube video ever. Also, I realized that when I get the career eventually, I might actually become the first person who used to have anything to do with Vyond to get a career in animation. It also depends if someone out there who uses Vyond decides to get an animation career like me too, and if they get it before I do, that is. Also, since this is the final time you guys will be hearing my voice on a YouTube video, I will just let you know, when I get the career in animation eventually, I do plan on voicing some characters, since I plan to make an animated show someday at my own company if I can hopefully open it up one day, and it also depends on which studio I might end up working at before I open my own. If you hear a character that sounds just like my voice on whatever animated thing it is in the future, whether it's my own project or just on another animation project that I might end up working on in the future at a studio that isn't my very own, then you guys might get the idea that the character sounds just like my voice, because I also plan to voice characters too, whether I either ask to voice a character or just voice my own characters in my own show, or if I am casted to voice a character too on something that is not my own work, like in Despicable Me 3 with Trey Parker, who created South Park along with Matt Stone as the villain in the film, and kinda like how other shows have done before too, like South Park, King of the Hill, Beavis and Butthead, etc. Now that's how a cartoon character you guys might see in the future would sound, so similar to my own voice, and it would sound the same, like Sasha from Amphibia and Gloria from Big City Greens sounding the same due to them being played by the same actress named Anna Akana. Also, here is an audio now of what my voice sounds like, so you guys might get the idea how.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep, that's my real life voice for you. Like I said before, I honestly just want to leave my old self behind me in any way and just move on and spend my time on focusing on some other stuff, which is why I decided to put all of this to an end. Although I could maybe continue this if I decided to risk letting my mental state getting to such a point where it continues to hurt others as well as myself, but I don't think it would end up very well if I did that, and that's something I don't want at all. I just want to do my best to do the best I can to redeem myself from the past, and that's what matters more than YouTube or any other kind of other social media platforms out there, because the last thing I want is for that to happen. Not really, but you know the saying, and the way to do that is to, like I said, I will no longer be associating myself with this channel or any of my other social media accounts in any way ever again, and it's for the best otherwise. It honestly just took me a while to realize that YouTube and social media has been negatively affecting my mental health and who I am as a person for so long. In fact, I honestly just want to leave all of the bad things that have to do with any kind of social media in general behind my life forever. It's also because people in the Vyond community are not very nice people, and they are mean and bullies too. I am not a bully, and I never want to be a bully in any way, no matter what happens, and why I decided that it probably is best that I bring all of this to an end. Also, something I wanted to bring up, I honestly wanted to put my subscriber counts on all of my channels to private, but I can't since YouTube removed that option, so I decided to contact them to put my subscriber count on private. Because, I could honestly care less if I earned a lot more than what I have now, like 100k or 1 million, which is another reason why my Vyond videos are now gone for good. I don't think subscriber count should matter. It doesn't define a person's worth. There could be a YouTube channel out there that has millions and millions of subscribers, but the videos they produce would be genuine garbage. You see what I am saying? It shouldn't matter how many subscribers you have. It doesn't define you or anyone else out there as a creator at all. In fact, it honestly shouldn't matter how many followers you have on whatever social media you have and are using in general. And if I got to be honest, it's just a subscriber count, so now I honestly don't know what's so special about it. It just took me a while to realize that. This is why I decided to contact them to set it to private, which I really hope they do. And why I could honestly care less if I lost a whole bunch of subscribers for deleting my last Vyond video that I originally planned to delete right after this video, but decided to delete it sooner before this video came out. And my social media accounts are just accounts in general. This is one of the reasons why I have deleted all of my terrible Vyond videos. Though despite what I had just said about why it shouldn't matter how many subscribers you have, I still want to get a career in animation at some point in the future and hopefully one day open up my own animation company, no matter what happens and all of that. In fact, despite anything I had said in past deleted or not deleted comments, videos and even community posts about me losing hatred or interested on something, I still want to get a career in animation no matter what happens, like how I said before, and we can just forget those past comments I had posted on any of my social media accounts in any way, the ones I had just mentioned and how they are now deleted. After all, the past me that I had just talked about is pretty much no more in any way. This is and will be the new me who has changed for the better and the future of my own personal life. It's also because I started all of this when I was 11 years in 2016. Now I am way older and years past that, and I can also decide for my own choices as long as they are good ones and not bad like the ones from before, and what I think it's best for myself. And it's time that I start being even way more serious with things in my life than those past bad actions from back then, now that I am not 11 anymore, and that I should be better and nicer than I was back then when I made those not good choices. And I have also decided that after everything I have went through on any kind of social media, I really think that it's for the best that I put all of this to an end. And since I have gotten older, I realized my past mistakes and how my actions back then weren't very good choices that I have made. Also for my future career in animation, if you see me on any YouTube video or social media video in general uploaded in the future, please note that it wasn't uploaded by me but it rather be with whatever it is that I plan to work on in the future and whoever it is running it in any way, unless if I get my own animation company, which I hope so someday. I am letting you guys know about this now in case you do see that my subscriber count is no longer there in the future, which I hope YouTube does hide it like how I asked them to do so. Also I forgot to mention that when I said that I didn't want to have anything to do with Vyond anymore, I actually mean it, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have made this video right now. That means me being in Vyond videos in any way, like how I had requested past Vyond related videos before I later lost interest in them forever, etc., and for my bad actions that were caused by those toxic people in that community, and I decided I had enough of it for good. I'm sorry if I offended anyone in any way with this. This is just honestly how I feel and why I never want to return to Vyond ever again due to how generic and toxic it has gotten. Also it's because of how completely messed up YouTube is now. It's not like what it used to be. It has changed and not for the better, but like I said, what's in the past stays in the past. Also, even if my channels didn't do that well in popularity because of views dropping and the subscriber count not going up as fast as it used to, I didn't really care about that because I just had fun while it lasted. I know I had made it clear that I did care about it in the past, but I later on changed my mind. Like I said, it's just a subscriber count. Also I am canceling the other projects I mentioned I was working on for this channel, such as my final 10 episode ideas of Minecraft Tales. I figured I might as well give you guys the title of those episodes since I decided to cancel them before releasing this video. Steve and Alex at the Olympic Games. Alex vs Vicky. The Herobrine Balloon. Letters Through Time. If Minecraft Plus was added to Minecraft. If King of the Hill was in Minecraft. If Hey Arnold was in Minecraft. Herobrine and Arnold. Steve and Arnold. And finally, the end, aka my replacement for Minecraft Tales the movie. The evil master plan of Herobrine is the series finale for Minecraft Tales. I am also really bummed that I decided to cancel Steve and Alex at the Olympic Games. It was going to be something that was going to be really well made, but just because of the circumstances I had just mentioned, I cannot really work and finish them. Along with introducing characters that I had mentioned before that I would introduce in Minecraft Tales, such as characters from Minecraft Story Mode such as Jesse, Petra, Olivia, Axel, etc., and the 7 new default skins that were added to the actual game of Minecraft such as Zuri, Ari, Sunny, Makana, Ife, Nur and Kai, along with many more characters. Like I said, I don't want to force myself into doing something that I may not enjoy or feel like doing anymore, because that wouldn't be good at all. I am just letting you know in case you hadn't seen my community posts about it, along with everything else that I had just mentioned and others I have made in past community posts, in which some of them can now no longer be seen due to them being deleted a while ago, or they just faded when I made more as time went on. I do recommend you go and see them, but you don't have to take a look at them if you don't want to, but still, I recommend that you go and do so. One final thing I want to bring up, I am not the only one who has made bad choices in the past before. There's a lot of people out there, and to be honest, we all make bad choices in our lives. It's what makes us the way we are, since not only is it cartoon characters but also real life people and animals have personalities. Everyone does. Even you guys. I just wanted to point that out because after all, this is very true indeed. And a lot and of not some of us out there, as they get older they will later on look at the past bad choices they made and they later on start to regret those bad choices they have made, just like me. Besides, they are in the past, so we should all just move on and not even let them get to us in a few years down the road. And we cannot change the past, but us humans can change the future. We humans change and make up for our mistakes and bad choices for a better future, which is what I am going to do, by leaving all of this in the past and just letting it all go from now on, to just move on. To be fair, I am glad that I am not the only one who has made bad choices before. A lot of people do, But this doesn't stop me from being totally regretful for all of my bad choices that I have done in the past before. Since I totally wish I never did those things. Also, just so you guys know, it's really not a good idea to bring up the past of people when they want to improve themselves from the bad choices they have made before, along with everything else they feel regretful for doing in the first place, just like me, and almost everyone else out there around the world too. So with that being said, it is time that I say goodbye to this channel as well as any of my other social media accounts in general. Like I said, what's in the past stays in the past, and that's what I want to do with every single thing I had done when I used social media in any way, including my past bad actions that I regret doing to this day. Thank you all so much for sticking around until now, and well, this is DS737 signing out. And once again, I'm sorry to those I've hurt in any way, along with every single bad thing I have done before as well, since I am also not proud of any of the bad actions I did over the years, since they were not very good choices made by me. Like I said, it just took me a while to realize that and how I totally regret doing all of these bad stuff, and I will never do these things ever again. Like how I said, that isn't me anymore. I have changed a lot and improved too. And I don't want to make or repeat any of the same mistakes and bad choices I have made in the past. I hope you all understand, and thanks for taking the time to watch this. Goodbye. I hope you all will go on and live long and grateful happy lives as much as I plan to do now that I am officially done. And I do hope that you all will accept this change I am doing for the good and for the better.